Okay, so Desantis, who is, can I just say what a disgrace it is? They're doing worse than at the worst point of the pandemic.
Yes. Yep.
With there being a vaccine out there.
Yep. And his poll numbers are showing it.
Yeah.
His poll numbers are going way down. He's underwater.
I'll imagine how pathetic that is.
Yeah. Yes.
That they're doing worse than they were at the height of the pandemic with a vaccine. That's how horrible his leadership is. It is a death sentence for their children to try to, that he's saying you cannot mandate masks when we'll have Dr. Redletter on, who's one of the top, obviously, pediatricians in the world. Children are getting this and they're getting sick, and he is sending them back into school saying you cannot require a mask.
Cutting funding if they require masks.
Right, right. And so the first school district has said, okay, no mask mandate.
Yep.
Oh my God, Desantis is a name so well earned. Okay, here he is having more of his petulant little fit yesterday.
Why don't you do your job? Why don't you get this border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID from you.
What? Oh, tough guy. Oh, look at me talking. And I called him Joe Biden. I didn't call him the president. Oh, what a disgrace. I hate this party. Okay, Mary Trump said maybe it's time for the media to start referring to Desantis as a homicidal sociopath instead of a savvy politician.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you, Eric Bollard, who kept pointing out, what is all this celebration of Ron? He's done one of the most, if not the worst job in the country on COVID.
Yeah, he has every tool at his disposal to fix the problem, and he is doing everything he can to make Biden look bad.
Right.
Like we said yesterday, 1/5 of the cases, we were on our way to a comeback.
Right.
And it is states like Florida and Texas that are dragging us down and screwing us all over.
So absurd. Are you kidding me? And first of all, as the president said yesterday, they test everyone that comes to the border.
Yep.
It is not immigrants that are causing the COVID crisis.
Yeah, the flood of immigrants coming into Florida.
Did I bury the lead that Donald Trump is, as we suspected, the biggest crook that's ever crooked in the history of certainly the presidency?
That's a given.
We can talk to Glenn Kirshner about that today.
This was not just a get me Glenn Kirshner moment. This was, would Mrs. Kirshner mind if he flies out early and holds me all night so that I'm able to actually speak when we talk to Glenn Kirshner later about this latest.
But it was dinner time when I asked him, so yes, she did have an issue with that.
But you would need to be the big spoon.
Okay. Can I tell a brief story before we get into the latest treason, outright criminality?
Sure.
Coup. Because you know how I'm having a bad
life.
Right. I whine sometimes, lonely.
Sometimes.
Didn't think I'd be single this long, blah, blah, blah. Can I just say happiness is a warm puppy? When you wake up with a warm puppy, he's so warm and squiggly and kissy.
That's not the wet spot?
So huddling with a brontosaurus at some point.
What if it's not in their dog DNA database?
Right. They're like, whatever it is you have is not a dog.
It's not dog.
Yeah. Okay. It
Dragon.
may be an Asiatic bear. I don't know. But it's cute and it's warm. And I'm just saying you cannot bitch too much in life when you wake up with a warm, snuggly, squiggly puppy that is licking your ear. I'll just eventually wake up with one limb gone. I'll be like, oh, look, he's licking the blood up on my stump, on my shoulder.
He could be the cutest alien that's ever landed on Earth.
Yeah. Well, all right. That's one good thing. Did I mention that Trump is the biggest crook that's ever... he's got to go to prison. I think we've just reached such peak exhaustion that nothing seems like a surprise. But so the top DOJ official drafted a resignation email. We were this close to our democracy. Just bye-bye. And by the way, we'll ask Glenn Kirshner, isn't that evidence of guilt? Isn't it? What's the word? When he said, first let's go back to when he said, they said we can't do that. He's like, oh, that's okay. Just say it was corrupt.
Yeah.
Isn't that evidence, what's it called? Evidence of criminal intent that he knew. He knew right there the election was not stolen or fraudulent. He said, just say it's corrupt, and I'll take it from here.
In a win for Stephanie Miller's show, though?
Yes.
Doug Collins is his lawyer.
Oh, my God.
So we'll get him back.
Oh, he's going to auction off democracy. Yeah. We're up against it. Clock and the calendar, clock and the calendar, clock and the calendar, clock and the calendar, clock and the calendar. That guy. Oh, that guy's back.
He's the only one who would take the job, apparently.
When God closes a door, he opens a window.
Jeffrey Clark not in prison? Don't people that participated in a coup go to prison too? He wrote the letter that he knew was fraudulent, saying like, I can't see, I can't even speak. This is why I needed, in addition to a warm puppy, I needed to spoon with Glenn Kirshner all night.
We broke her early today.
I know.
I mean, thank God for. Oh my God, they're all awful. If you worked for Donald Trump, you're awful in the first place. But at least the two DOJ people that said we're not going to sign this, that they would have gone the other. One person would have gone the other way. Oh my God. Two members of the DOJ rebuffed another DOJ official who asked them to urge officials in Georgia to investigate and perhaps overturn Joe Biden's victory in the state before the results were certified by Congress. Oh my God, do you know how much more of this is going to come out? Like, remember the Georgia call? We're like, oh my God, do you know how many of those he probably made to how many states and how many more notes or emails or memos that we're going to find at the DOJ?
This gets back to the guy. Remember the guy who resigned suddenly down in Georgia?
Yeah.
This all goes back to that, too.
Yeah. And Bill Barr is a giant coward.
Yes.
He knew this was coming. Don't be like, oh, well, he wouldn't do this. Right. Well, he did everything else. And then instead of staying to stop this, he quits. Mm-hmm. Okay. I can't. Okay.
Oh.
Let's just preview before we talk to Glenn. The emails show the former acting head of the DOJ, Jeffrey Clark, again, prison. He's at some, high-end law firm.
Yeah.
How is he not disbarred already, first of all? Circulating a draft letter which he wanted then acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen and his deputy Richard Donahue to sign off on, urging Georgia's governor and other top officials to convene the state legislature into a special session so lawmakers could investigate claims of voter fraud. The letter read, the DOJ is investigating various irregularities in the 2020 election for President of the United States. The department will update you as we're able on the investigatory process, but at this time we've identified significant concerns that may have impacted the outcome of the election in multiple states, including the state of Georgia. This is all horse, and he knows it. It says, while the Department of Justice believes the governor of Georgia should immediately call a special session to consider this important and urgent matter, if he declines to do so, we'll share with you our view the Georgia General Assembly has implied authority under the Constitution to call itself into special session for the limited purpose of considering issues pertaining to the appointment of presidential electors. The emails provided by the DOJ to the House Oversight Committee as they, okay, thank God someone's investigating efforts to overturn the election. As they come as the DOJ Inspector General looks at whether any officials in the department sought to overturn the outcome of the election. This is, I know Dick Durbin's been on TV saying I can't talk about it, but okay. Wake me when it's the P word. Prison.
Oh, prison.
Not the other thing. Not the other thing.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Well,
yeah, I'm going to get that by booking a trip on Expedia. Okay, I got a lot of support for that. That I don't know what the deal is, but it's like a lesbian dating app now.
No, it's not.
no, it's not.
Okay,
Don't
all
use
I'm
it like
saying
that.
is if you book a trip on Expedia and you miss your flight, a hot brunette shows up in your
Rashida Jones
your
shows
hotel
up.
room
You are
and
too
says
thirsty.
and says I gotcha, and then you're magically your hotel room gets bigger, and then she's riding a tandem through a vineyard with you. But moments later, I want that. I want someone
You are too thirsty, Stephanie. You are too thirsty.
Yeah, that's
vineyard
that's
on a
desperate.
tandem with me. What the hell?
Not
That
good
doesn't
look.
happen when I use Expedia. What? Huh?
You're
Not a good look for you.
You're desperate.
Whatever.
That's not how you get a girl.
Desperation.
I didn't
is
know
not,
it was as easy as booking a trip on Expedia. I didn't know.
Desperation is not an aphrodisiac.
Expedia is going
I
to
could go
disappoint
from
you.
warm puppy to hot lesbian on a tandem in a vineyard and like this
Where would the puppy go then?
in the basket or somewhere.
Are you?
Puppy is not going to fit in a basket on a bike.
Strap on a backpack, big backpack.
That puppy's
right,
going to
listen.
tow the bike.
Let's try to stay focused. Clark attracts the draft letter in an email to Rosen and Donahue telling them, I think we should get this out as soon as possible. Yes, you can't go too quickly when you're destroying democracy in the United States. He separately asked for Rosen and Donahue to authorize them to receive a classified briefing, led by the completely unqualified toad John Ratcliffe the next day, related to foreign election interference issues, while referencing an unspecified theory that hackers having evidence that a Dominion voting machine accessed the internet through a small thermostat with a connection trail leading back to China. What?
China.
China?
Wait, what about the Italian satellite space lasers and Hugo
What
Chavez
happened
as
to that?
Ghost?
Yes, exactly.
vagina.
So Donahue wrote back, there's no chance I would sign this letter or anything remotely like this. While it may be true the DOJ is investigating various irregularities in the 2020 election, something we would not typically state publicly, the investigations I'm aware of relate to suspicions of misconduct that are on such a small scale they simply would not impact the outcome of the presidential election. He closed his email by saying, from where I stand, this is not even in the realm of possibility. He cited Bill Barr's previous statements that there was no election fraud. He said, given that, I can't imagine a scenario in which the department would recommend that a state assemble its legislature to determine whether already certified election results would somehow be overridden by legislative action. Later that evening, Rosen responded as well, saying, I confirmed again today I'm not prepared to sign such a letter. In the days after the exchange, both Rosen and Donahue thwarted an attempt by Clark to have Trump appoint him acting attorney general. That's how close we were.
First of all, I hope
Clark's like, if you don't do this, he's going to fire you, and I'm going to be attorney general, and I'm going to do this.
I hope the ghost of Hugo Chavez haunts Jeffrey Clark for throwing him under the bus.
Yes.
You know, he's not going to be
Yeah.
ignored.
Right. So then, who wrote this? They already drafted a resignation letter over all this that, of course, never went out because okay. How do you make it, all of you, through the day with your head unexploded? That's what I want to know.
Because I know you do it for me.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
yeah.
Well,
I know that people are already looking into it, and so there's
oh,
no,
you think so? So
yeah.
you think it's all going to be fine?
Well,
yeah. Okay.
There's no reason to get
There's only
exorcised
so much we
about
can do here.
Yeah. I can't do anything about it.
Glenn Kirshner's going to tell us what we can do about it.
What?
And Dr. Redlener, oh my God, I'm just going to explode. Oh, Fauci goes hard at the unvaxxed. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody is fresh out of carrots and we're full on sticks.
And-
I only want to hear about sticks.
And we're going to hit him with the sticks.
And it looks like Los Angeles County is going to put in vaccine passports.
Yay!
Ha
We
ha!
should,
Ha ha,
we,
anti-vaxxer friend.
we should be getting those with that decision this week.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Have you heard all the whiny little poopy diaper baby? I'm moving out of New York.
Vaccine apartheid.
Good.
Vaccine apartheid. Vaccine
Good.
apartheid. Let's do it.
The
Go.
drummer of the Offspring.
Go.
Keep them separated.
Yeah.
Yes, we want to be separated
From you.
from the anti-vaxxers.
Because you're gross
Ugh.
and disease-ridden.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, we will talk to Dr. Redlener about all that. And then, this is the general ongoing Theresa coup, overthrow the United States, whatever. Not important now with Glenn Kirshner. And then also Dr. Erwin Redlener. And in hour number 3, where's my butter commercial? We have a major announcement.
What?
And Hal Sparks will be here live.
what
Is that a
did that
coincidence
mean?
that Hal Sparks will be here for the major announcement that
That's a
will be made in hour 3?
Can we talk about this major announcement with John Fugelsang and Frangela tomorrow?
We possibly. You are the worst teaser. I mean, do we even need to do a commercial for the Step Store? I mean, the shirts are flying off the right. Look at this. Look at it. Get your face
Look
up
at
there.
that.
Get your face up there. Look. We have them for Team Pfizer, Team J&J. We are all Team Vaccine here. We have amazing.
That's right.
And you can get it on everything. Right, Chris? Not just shirts.
Bath mats, shower curtains. You can get it on art, a clock. You can get
Duvet.
a selfie bomb on a clock.
We have Stephanie Miller swag. We have sexy liberal swag. And, of course, all the vaccine shirts. Get it now. StephanieMiller.com. Whee!